Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your own custom front for your phone box. That's the acrylic piece, which will be laser cut out. So the first thing to do is to, if your teacher has put it in your team, which I have for my team, is to navigate to your team, your DT team, go to Files, and it should be in your class materials, and you want to hit the three little dots and download this file. If it's not here, you can head over to the SharePoint and you'll see under academic document for boys under design technology. Here it is, our documents for boys, key stage 3 projects 7, 8 and 9, year 9, phone box. And here again is the same file which you can download. Now that has downloaded. If you go to your downloads, you will find, if you scroll to your downloads, that there it is, front template, and mine's downloaded twice, as you can see. Okay, so that's the file you want to use, but you don't want to click it on here. You want to search for Autodesk Inventor Professional, and you don't want 2022, you want 2024. That's the version you want to open. It does take a little bit of time to open. I've already opened mine. Here it is. And then you're going to go to, it may look different to you. Your front often looks different. So if you go to File at the top left here and go to Open, click on Open, and then navigate from here to your downloads. There it is. And then you can find front dash template, and that is your file which you want to open up. So we're going to open that up, and you can see here we have the front kind of screen that we're going to laser cut out. And what you need to do before this, before you change this to the height of your phone, you need to work out your phone dimensions, and you should have already done this for one of your homeworks. So just to explain that, you want to think about your phone. Here's a iPhone 12, which is the same as my phone, and we want to work out when it's in landscape, as it is here, we want to work out this height. Okay, so I know you don't often think about that being the height, but remember your phone is going to be on its side. So this is the height we want to work out, okay? And that's the number that you're going to need. Now for me, that is 78 when my phone is on. So I'm going to remember that number. And just to explain it to you, this is how it's all going to work. Our acrylic is going to be the height of your phone plus 30, and that's that distance from this kind of sapele wood which we're going to add underneath it. All right, and that's how you're going to work out that height. So mine is going to be 78 plus 30, but you don't need to add on that 30. The program which you're going to use is going to do all of that for you. So you just need to know your phone height. So once you've opened up your part here, you're now going to change it, and you're going to change it like this. The first thing you're going to do is go up to the top, and you should see this button called FX, and it's called parameters. You are going to click on that, and you'll notice the very top one is phone landscape height. Okay, and I've put this one is set in as 70. You don't often get phones smaller than that these days. I'm going to change that to 78 because that's my own phone's height. And you'll see all the numbers change here. So this is the kind of acrylic height is going to be the phone height here that you've just put in plus 30. And that's automatically updated now. You'll see that this is now gotten bigger because it's updated itself. And that, if I just show you what that is on here, you can see that dimension here is set to those parameters. So that's, you don't have to now change any numbers. You've put that into the parameters at the top. You're then going to open up this plus sign next to the text. You can now double click on Sketch 2. If you accidentally click on the text, it might think you're trying to change the text. Make sure you click on the icon next to it, double click on it, and then come over, and you can now double click. When you're kind of hovering over this text, you can double click on this when it's red like that, and then you can highlight all of that text, and you can change it to something appropriate. I'm going to put in my initials, and it can be quite nice to put a little space in between like that, and then click OK. Now that has changed to my initials. You might be able to make that slightly bigger by dragging over all of it. It's set to 16 millimeters here. I mean, I could try and change that to 20 and make it a bit bigger. You can see it's just squeezing in there nicely if that's what you want, or you could just leave it at 16. And then you're going to finish your sketch, and that has now updated it, both the height and the text that you'd like it to be. Lastly, you're going to hover over your kind of front face like this, click on that front face so it's highlighted, normal left click that is, and then when it's highlighted, you're going to right click on it and you're going to come down to export face as. All right, that will now give you an option to export it as a DXF file. Now remember, I would personally make sure you're still in your downloads for the minute. So we're now in my downloads, and I am going to call this the same as my kind of part here. I'm going to call it front, and then instead of template, I'm going to now call that Inchly. So just my surname, and I recommend you do the same. In fact, what I recommend is that you call it with your form first, because I get a lot of classes, different year 9 classes. So if I have your name as front dash your form dash, take the dash out, front dash your form, and then your surname there, that will put them all in nice alphabetical order. All right, so that's a DXF file. One thing that you do need to do when you do this, actually, that's now exported it. When you do go to it, if I just kind of make sure that on the options, if you've got curvy text, that you change it from 2018 down to 2000, so R12, this one at the bottom. All right, mine's already set on that. So make sure it's set to that, which mine was already, but make sure you change that. Okay, so that's under the options tab here when you go to save it. Now, once you've done that, you'll find that file in your downloads. You want to navigate back to your team folder, and you want to go to your files. So if you're already there, you might have already been in class materials. Go back to the general, and I've got a folder here with my forms kind of phone box, and you want to come in here and you want to now upload that file like that to that folder so that your teacher has it. So go to your downloads, and there it is. It's a DXF file, front-9j Inchly. Open it up, and that is now going to upload it to here, and now my teacher can access that file and laser cut it for me for next time. One last thing I will mention, if your one has a part that's going to fall out like mine has here, you may want to start a sketch like this. Click on that face. I'll just show you that one more time. So I'll just show that to you. So you're going to start a 2D sketch, click on that face like that, didn't quite do it before, and then you are going to just want to make a little bridge across there. This is how I kind of deal with that. So using the rectangular tool, you're just going to click and just make a little bridge. Then when you finish that sketch, you can now extrude that bridge. That will kind of come out like that. If you just change the direction and make sure that join is clicked, and then change that to 5mm, that will now kind of make a little bridge, as you can see there, going across that. And that means I won't lose the center of my R, and that will be helpful for you if you maybe have an O or a capital A or something like that. All right, and then you can go ahead and do as I did before, which is right click on here and create yourself a DXF file. Thanks for watching.